Good evening, people. I have a little, not really well, I sort of put this all together over the last couple of days. When I start, when I'm into something, I start lapping and pasting. So you're going to get used to it. Sorry, but that's the way I do it. Right, now, okay. I was thinking about it. Now, fascism, whether you realise it or not, is the norm, okay? History says that freedom is very, very rare. So for people to say that this could never happen is like saying that buying a Tats Lotto ticket, you could never not win. Because not winning is the normal, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now, for whatever reason, I gave my life to studying this subject, yeah? And literally, I gave my, what, you know, my reason for being here was to study this. Now, why would I do that for? Because I realised that everything else was irrelevant. And that's not trying to say, oh, well, you may as well do nothing, then that's, you know, because that's what people said to me. No, not at all. But my point is, for example, oh, why don't you go and, you know, get a full job and try and buy your houses and this, that, the other? Because it's like, you know, it's like trying to pick out the best set of Nike Air kicks, right? Spend all your time focusing on, yeah, so I've got to get the fucking except for one thing. Next week, your feet are getting cut off. So why would you sit there focusing on your kicks? I don't know, that's the way I view it. See, what I'm trying to say is, like, let's just say, I'm not even going to go in depth with it, but Agenda 2030, okay? Agenda 2030, Carl Schwab, World Economic Forum. People will own nothing and be happy. There will be no private property. 2030 is not that far away, yeah? So why would I sit there and go, oh yeah, went and bought my house. And I'm not knocking you for doing it, mate. Congratulations, because at the end of the day, man, you've achieved something that I haven't. Granted. But from my point of view, but going back to the old thing, why am I going to sit there focusing on what kicks are going to buy when next week my feet are getting cut off? Whether you like to admit it or not, okay? You watching this video, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think you've achieved. You will have nothing. Do you understand? The Great Reset is not about, you know, the middle class. We're all middle class. Oh, sorry. No, absolutely. We're all middle class. Looking at the world, all right? We're all middle class. Now, that is going to be obliterated. I don't care what you got. I don't care what you think you got nothing. Right? There's only one way that you can avoid your feet getting cut off, yeah? Whether you like to admit it or not, it's standing up to this problem that we have. So that's why, and I'm not trying to say that's what you should do, that's why I do what I do. So that's why I'm all about this. Getting back to it. Now, tyranny as a subject. Let's say, okay, tyrants are the few taking control of the masses. Right? Do we agree? Now, and it bamboozled me. How could you do this? How could I walk into a football club of all the grown men playing football, the coaches, the staff, the this, the that, all them, and just say, you're all going to be underneath me. Not only just say it, make it happen. I'm like, So I started studying how the buggers these people do it. And I can tell you something, right? I tell you, you can stop this right now. And the solution's simple. Tyranny is not created by tyrants, okay? Tyranny is created by acceptance. Tyranny is created by the people who are being under it. There's three groups of people, okay? The first group are the people who I do not see what this tyranny at all. They are completely oblivious to it. And you probably think I'm going to sit there and give them a hard time. Actually, you know what? They are not my concern. The second group of people is the people that sense something's up, know something, maybe not in depth, but they know something's not right, yeah? But out of fear of reprisal, they stay quiet. They do nothing. They even support this tyranny because, I'll give you an example of this, they support this tyranny because they're scared of the power it has. I love my remote control stuff. I was in Shannon Avenue, I was in the shop there. This happened to be a plenty, but I'm going to say this one for example because I was a regular customer. I walk in, I didn't have my muzzle on. By the way, do you know how many times I wore a mask? Never. That's a lie. I wore it once or twice doing a rort. Hard patch. But, that's the truth. But I never wore a mask. Why? Because I'm a rebel. Because I didn't understand why wearing a mask, which had no medical advantage except for making you breathe out and all the bacteria building up inside it and you're breathing it back in. Not even that, okay? I smoke cigarettes. I wasn't going to sit there worrying about. That wasn't the reason either. The reason I didn't wear a mask is because I knew what the mask was about. Do you know what the mask was about? The mask was about domination. The mask was just to say you fucking wear a mask. And I was like, you wear a mask. I was actually talking to my cousin, and he said to me, what do you think the most, when you're inside, what do you think, obviously people get got, no shit. Because what do you think, the most hectic thing is? Like the thing that you'd at least want to happen to you. And I'm like, obviously, I thought, hot jammed or steamed. Or obviously maybe shivved. I said the obvious things. And he's like, nah. When people really want to destroy your soul inside, you know what they do? Excuse the French. They fuck you. Now, he was telling me about, and I'm sitting there going, what? And he even mentioned people that I know. And these people are definitely not homosexual at all. They've got no homosexual tendencies, but they've done it to show that they are in control. Happens. Right? It's certainly not something I would do, but hey, you want domination? And that's what your mask was, yeah? Your mask was a symbol of their complete and utter control over you because you're their property. That's what the mask was about. Anyway, sidetracked, not strange for Yanni, going to the shop and I'm like, yeah, fucking, but you got any 2216 motors? And they're like, Yanni, where's your mask? I'm like, what? Come on, man. He's like, where's your mask? And I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I'm going to ask you to leave. I go, ask me to leave? Man, and it was just like, it was too much for me to deal with. Not because of my shop, just that how effective this tyranny is. They don't have to do nothing, because you do it for them, yeah? So anyway, the second group of people, as I was saying, the first group of people don't know what's going on. The second group of people who know what's going on, but they are too scared, whatever you want to say. Now, those two groups are responsible for every single tyranny in history. And I give you an exception to the first group. It's the second group that, and the scary thing is, you know what? I'd say it's 75% of the people I know something's going on, but they're just going along together. Don't want to shake the boat. Or you see what that Daniel Andrews, mate, he's fucking, oh yeah, yes, oh, I've got my mask on there. How many people, I sit there knocking vaccines, okay? How many people would actually want one compared to how many people got it just to make sure they could still do their daily things? I know, the figures would be crazy. And by the way, I don't care if when you hear what my solution is, I don't care, the vaccinated have got to join us, I'll explain why later. Everyone, we're all on the same team, okay? Then, Finally, is the third group of people. You know what I mean? The third group of people are the renegades. The third group of people who see what's going on, know they're being lied to, but say they don't accept it, yeah? This group of people has killed every single tyranny that it's ever met. But it needs numbers. All right. If you're one of these people in the second group, right? It's time to look at the situation as it is and say to yourself, I'm being scared to speak up of the reaction of something that wants to destroy everything I have, take there'll be no private property, kill my family, and I'm too scared to say something. Just keep that in mind, yeah? It's like it's like being scared to run across the highway because there's a lot of cars and you might get hit, but there's a Mack truck coming straight for you in the lane that you're standing in. Is that really a difficult decision? My point is this: if you it's a pointless. It's no point you even saying this, but it's still it just I don't know. It actually kills me. If you wanted to end this tyranny, I'm very traditional here, so let's just say this is what I reckon. I reckon the man of the house should be the man of the house. Should say, come here, babe, and look it right in the eye and say, listen, unfortunately we're in a situation, yeah? I don't like it, it may sound crazy, but we've got our children, we've got our grandchildren. I'm not sure about what anyone else is going to do, but when they say to me, before the Antichrist took over, what did you do? I don't want to say that I sat there scared. I want to say that I did everything I could to try and, even if it was just an extra day, to get you another day's freedom. That's what me and your mum did. Right, so, what are you got to do? What, protest? I hate to say it, as much as I love it, protesting doesn't help anything because it gives them an easy way for them to say there's a group of bad people doing bad things. Protests ain't do nothing, yeah? It's good, but it ain't do nothing. So what is it that you can do? Right now, like a straw man and all this stuff, you're going to get a pen and paper because you have to write this one down, right? It's a legal trick that you can use that will never be defeated. You ready for it? You got your pen? You ready? You want to end tyranny? Because it's coming, yeah? It's coming. I promise you it's coming. Write down these words. Just say no. And the illusion of power that these people, you think they have, they can pass whatever law they like. They can pass a law saying if you've got two legs, then you're going to jail for life. But if good people just say, no, what power have they got? They've got no power. You give them the power by acquiescing with them. Don't you get that? No, you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not wearing your dog mask. Yes, I do like a vaccine, but no, I'm not going to take it because you tell me. I'll take it because I want to. No. Fucking no. Back off. Step back, take a step back, back off. And you know what will happen? They will run and hide and this tyranny will end tomorrow and your children would have some hope of a happy future. But what are you going to do? You're not going to do nothing. You know why? Because you've got no soul and you're a weak fucking skunk. That's the truth here. You're scared. I consider it a fucking honour, man, for these people to be on their watch list. I consider it an honour for them to come after me. I consider it an honour because at the end of the day, I'm doing what's right and they're not going to stop me and I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure you got an extra day's freedom. Fuck, I wish you'd join me. Take care. God bless you.